A lot about being patient this week. Playing against a team like T-Town and playing against Lincoln. We knew this was a big week for us with two marquee teams in our conference. They're both really, really good. They know how to play the game. They're tough. So we talked about patience and finding our shots in the flow of the offense. They did a good job of that. We ran, 10 times as much time off as we usually do in a possession to find the right shot instead of just finding the first shot. And I didn't realize he had 27. I knew he was available, and like I said, in big moments we had him. He always trying to find an opportunity to get a bucket when we need one. But that's what players like that do. When your team needs a basket, players like Nate and players like Parker make themselves available for us to be able to score when we need to. You're exactly right. Big time players make big time plays. When it's crunch time, and he did a good job of that. I didn't realize 27. I felt like it was pretty quiet 27, I guess, but I knew he was playing a pretty efficient game, hitting the shots that he was taking, playing a pretty smart game, and so that doesn't surprise me. But when you're playing teams like Lincoln or T-Town, 12 points is nothing. They can get steals and tips and everything else, and they always capitalize on their possessions. You foul them, they're not going to miss free throws. You have a player like Singleton on Lincoln's team. Hats off to him for being as good of a player as he is. He's tough to stop. He's quick with the ball, can get to the basket and attack gaps and hurt us really bad that way. It was kind of defense by committee on him. I think he had like 20 in the fourth and in overtime alone. So he's a pretty solid player. Most guys, Parker locks down, but I mean, Singleton's just so tough.
He's good.
He is very good. He reminds me a lot of Berg Snyder from Taylorville last year. But you're exactly right. They've been so schooled up by Coach Alexander. He does a great job getting his guys ready. It's a testament to his coaching ability, and an example would just be his 700 wins or whatever he's got through his coaching. I mean, Parker's a great player. He hits big shots like we were talking about earlier. He's hitting free throws. Stoney was on Holdinger, but he's a 6'5" kid who can shoot really well. We saw that last couple of years when he's been playing, and we knew that he would be, a weapon, and he can attack and everything else. And we knew they had a couple guys that couldn't shoot it as well. And typically we'd have Nate on a more athletic kid that plays the perimeter and let Stoney bang on the inside. But we have Stoney on him so we could have Nate in the inside to try to change shots. That's exactly what happened. They got in a little bit of foul trouble, and they've had a couple players that don't shoot it very well from the perimeter. We put Nate on them, and we just let Nate sink in the middle. And then they had to start pulling up. They had to start backing back out, and weren't getting to the basket like they usually do because Nate Thompson was standing there ready to change shots. Lincoln's a team that you kind of put up on a pedestal. every year because they're so good. I mean, I can't remember. They lost to Taylorville like 2 years ago, one time, and that was like the only loss they've had in conference in the 4 years or 5 years that they've been here. So they come in and
This is only their second loss in the conference in 4 or 5 years?
Yep, last year they didn't lose any. 2 years ago they lost one to Taylorville.